Hey, how's it going, everybody? Bill Nye, the land guy here. So here is the buy box for Texas land, farm and ranch style land only. We won't buy any commercial or development land. So what we want to look for, you want to stay within the Texas Triangle. So you want to stay within San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and Dallas-Fort Worth. Because you got to go where there is demand. Because if you go to, like, some people send me land, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 hours east or west Texas. Yeah, some people will buy it, but not us. Like, we prefer something that's somewhat close, because the main thing we need is got to have water access, whether it's water well or public water, whether it's close, and it has to be preferably paved road frontage, because gravel road is okay, but it's just the demand. You gotta imagine as if you are driving there and the dust is just coming in your face. Like, no one likes that. Everybody wants a paved road, smooth, clean, and easy. And then the acres can range from like 50 acres to about 600 acres plus. Bigger the better. The bigger the deal, the more you and I can share when we can help out the seller. And anything at, let's say, 7 or 8 figures or 9 figures or more, we prefer some sort of seller finance. We could do usually around about 5 to 10% down, depending on the property. If it makes sense, as you know, the more time we get, the more years we have to be able to pay the seller, the better we can make it. And then, of course, the higher price we can pay, because if a seller only gives you 10 years versus 30 years, big difference, So, and here's some examples. So, recap. So it has to have good road frontage, more the better, not no skinny lot. Of course, no restrictions, ag exempt. Of course, no flood zone, preferably no flood zone right at the entrance. If you have flood zone at the entrance, like on the county road where people go in, no one wants to buy that property because there's no use for it. Because let's say if there's an emergency or anything like that, it's no go. And then price per acre can range from about 3,000 to about 15,000 plus or minus max or so. Because if you send me, let's say, something that's like 30, 40, 50,000 acre, chances we're not going to buy it, because like I said, it's overpriced. It's more for development land and or commercial land, where they're not going to sell it. They're going to be sitting on it. So we only look for farm and ranch style land. Of course, that could range from about 3,000 to 15,000 plus or minus. As you know, the lower the better, but the higher acres, the lower price per acre. So you got to remember that. If it's 100 acres for 10,000 acre, but if it's 600 acres, it should probably be about, let's say, 6,000 per acre. So you got to remember that. But here's some examples of properties that we want to look for. We do not want the short, skinny lots, very little road frontage, as you can tell, and we do not want landlocked properties and or flag lots. Flag lot is as if this is the only entrance. Other land is in front of it. These ones are not for sale. They're only selling here. That's a bad deal. We want something like this, longer edge on a county paved road, no gravel road, that's touching it, easy access. Easy for the model as far as maybe breaking up the smaller ranchettes, or maybe other model with farm lease, holding it long term, things like that. So you want more access. Sometimes it could be, let's say, a square. It could have 2 faces of road frontage. Those are great too. So yeah, if you have any questions, I'll put a link below as far as for any examples that you can kind of look at, so you have a better idea to what to look for. So pretty much ask your friends, family, auntie, uncle, neighbors, strangers. Even if you see signs when you're driving by a highway that's, let's say it's an hour 20 minutes from Dallas, we preferably like to stay within 1 hour plus or minus of the major Texas cities. So let's say we even buy in the Waco, Greenville, Tyler, Hondo, anywhere like those. As long as there's demand, population, that people want the land and then they're willing to sell it, then we can buy it. And then keep an eye out for those signs on, let's say, in the highway. It could be for rent signs, for sale signs, for lease signs. Sometimes those people have never posted online as far as when they're selling. So that could be, give them a call. Say you're looking to buy only farm and ranch style land. Are you looking to sell? They're like, yeah, I'm looking to sell. Can you give me 5,000 per acre for 500 acres, 2.5 million? And that could be a deal for you and I to share. Whether lowest, 4 figures, but no, let's talk about 5 figures and or 6 figures for us to share. So give me a call. You guys message me here at Bill Nye, BILL.NGUY on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you find me. And then any leads you have, let's work together, help the seller out. A lot of sellers cannot sell right now, especially the bigger the property, the harder it is for them to sell, because not many people want to buy cash. And some sellers, last thing, some sellers only need seller finance. So of course they need to save money on taxes. They're not in a rush, they don't need the money. A lot of these sellers are fairly wealthy, so you could always, of course, just pitch it, hey, can I pay you over time? I can give you asking price, but if I'm at cash price, I probably would have to be less than 50 cents of the dollar, because the market is shifting and land continues to drop, and all that too. So it's just depending. Very interesting market right now. So message me, give me a call, and let's help these sellers out and sell some land and buy some land. Appreciate it. Take care.